Hi my dolls, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working on crafts for the Zuru mini baby. This is the first craft and it is a onesie, and it was kind of hard to explain how to make this. So that's why I'm showing you the measurements and the shape of it, and I hope you can work out how to make it without instructions from me. Because it took me like 3 tries to get it with this material, and it's kind of difficult to explain. Now I will say that I doubled up this material, which means I took some Elmer's glue, and you can use fabric glue, but I took some Elmer's glue and I basically glued 2 pieces of fabric together, so I didn't have to worry about hemming. So then what I did was I threw a stitch into both sides, and then I just flip it inside out and cut a little bit down the back of the garment. So the next thing I do is I take some elastic to make the straps, and I just hot glue the elastic onto the front and then the back, and this is how it looks like. You don't have to worry about a fastener with this one just because it's so small. So then I take some E6000 and a pin needle, and I use that to apply these really tiny buttons onto the garment. The next craft is going to be a diaper bag, so you'll just start out with the strip of fabric, and then you'll glue one side of the strip together, and then I have this burlap trim, and then I glued that to the strip of fabric, leaving a gap so that I can put a bottle. And then I cut out a little small strip, and I begin to hot glue that onto the bigger strip like this, and I did that all the way around that little strip. So now you end up with this little basket shaped diaper bag. So the last thing you have to do is add the straps. I have this really dark brown leather, and I just used some hot glue to adhere that to it. I'm not calling this a craft, I just simply painted a baby bottle to make it look more realistic. I took some gold and painted the nipple part of it, and then I also painted around the top of it, and like I said, it's optional, it just gives it more realism. So if you have a mini Zuru baby, you probably have one of these cribs, and it is incredibly short. So what you're going to do is take some sticks and start gluing these sticks together, but glue it around the crib so you can remove it and everything like that. So I did paint everything all one color. I went with this real brown because I wanted it to look like wood, and for the bottom of it I decided to cover it. So if you have any of these beads, they're a great addition to your baby's room. You just take a few letters and glue them together like letter blocks. As you can see, my dyslexia is showing here. But after you glue them together, also glue a piece of trim for the back so that your dolls can actually hold the letter blocks, but that's optional as well. So the next craft is what I think is called an abacus, and you're going to need beads and wire and something to use as a base to adhere it. And I couldn't find my wooden beads, but I did find them later. So you want to use a thumbtack to poke holes in your base, and then you want to add the beads on there and put some glue and stick it in the hole, the wire I mean. So now we're going to make diapers with some elastic, and it was so cute because Barbie Co-Production called them nappies, so I'm going to call them nappies because I think it sounds cuter. So basically you're just taking some elastic and you're hot gluing it together in the shape of a diaper, and it's really simple and easy to make. And then what you can do is print out the ultrasounds and birth certificates, and then just adhere them to whatever kind of paper you would like, and add any type of embellishments just to make it look, more realistic. So the next thing is one of those crafts that's kind of difficult to explain. So just like pay attention and see what I do. Basically, I'm taking a very fluffy pipe cleaner and I'm going to, I guess, mold it or twist it into the shape of a bear. So I'm just gonna shut up here and let you all observe how I do that. So here is what I end up with. I forgot to film me adding the beads, but basically I added beads for eyes and then one bead for a nose. So like I said, I did end up finding my wooden beads, and so these are some other toys I made, the rattle and also the another abacus, I think you call it. And then for the rattle, I just had this like circular wire and I put the beads on and did a drop of glue to seal it. So now it's time to wash the baby. So I'm just pretending my doll is washing the baby, but it looks really awkward. So I just end up using my hands, of course. The Zuru mini brands recommend you wash your baby with water and soap, but it's like hard to dry it without getting more lint on the baby. So there's a little bit of lint here, but basically they're all clean and has the onesie on. And so here's how the bear came out. It looks kind of like a cat, but you know, whatever. For the blanket, you just want to cut like a random piece of cloth and you can have that as a blanket. And so here I'm just showing you some of the things that I made all together, and I really like how everything turned out. By the way, this is how the bed turned out, and this is kind of the height. You can make the bed whatever height you would like, but I thought this is a good way to repurpose the beds you're gonna get with the Zuru mini brands. And so again, this is just how everything turned out. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please drop a like and share if you liked it. And thank you dolls so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!